The DigiPodcast, digital trends in supply chain management.
Hello and welcome to our DigiPodcast. I'm Thomas Holzer from Siemens DigiNetwork with the DigiPodcast, a podcast on digital innovative topics for supply chain management in the future. Today we are talking about ALMA, and no, that doesn't mean we have a new colleague of ours. It's a smart in-house solution from Siemens for Siemens, and my guest today can tell us a lot more about that. Klaus Grabinger. Klaus is Corporate Commodity Manager at Pooling for whole of Siemens globally. And he had the idea for the whole thing. Hello Klaus, nice to have you with us, and you can take the time in these hard times.
Hi Thomas, thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. Let's begin with the most important question. What is ALMA in a nutshell?
ALMA is our first digital approach to escalate critical shortages. But most importantly, it enables a more efficient and direct communication with our suppliers. Developed by Siemens for Siemens, ALMA is a Mendix-based platform for all businesses and functions with critical demands. In a nutshell, whenever specific components are missing and causing downtime on our production lines, ALMA could be of help.
And if ALMA can help, which kind of problem did you solve with ALMA?
Supply chain disruptions always happened and will keep happening. However, as a collaborative organization, we have always successfully overcome them together. But when crises persist, the number of missing parts usually increases along with their urgency. With ALMA, we can manage these crises more efficiently in several aspects.
And what was your motivation behind this?
The motivation behind was to provide one source of truth. Through our shared platform approach, accessible for both our manufacturers and Siemens colleagues, there are no longer any misunderstandings about missing critical items in regards to quantities or necessary delivery dates. In the past, Excel spreadsheets were sent back and forth on a daily basis, sometimes with different or outdated information. ALMA brings these information to a common base and reduces efforts for our suppliers and for us. At the same time, the platform helps us to generate, retrieve and evaluate critical information faster. With our integrated notification system, both Siemens and the suppliers are always up to date. We don't lose any time, and time is crucial.
So this means ALMA is a tool for improving communication, providing data and bringing data to the next level of quality. Nice deal for the digitalization challenge. So, what part did the DigiNetwork play from your point of view?
The DigiNetwork was an important factor. Let me explain briefly. So, we had a problem, and we even had an initial idea of what was needed. Unfortunately, we had no clue on if or how we could do this. Thomas, I still remember our first meeting about this topic, and it was truly impressive to me. In no time, I had a group of experts around me. Creative minds from all different areas with individual knowledges in tools, software, programming, you name it. And after I just shared my problem, a discussion emerged among all participants, and in a short period of time, everyone agreed on the best fitting solution for me. Without the DigiNetwork, I believe ALMA would have likely remained just a good idea.
Thanks for the flowers. I will forward it to the team, and if they listen to the podcast, what they normally do, they cannot hear and get the flowers directly from you. Regarding ALMA, which kind of future plans do you have for her?
So first of all, I'd like to mention how pleased I am that we have received a lot of positive feedback about ALMA from both internal users and our suppliers. ALMA is already being used by over 40 suppliers and more than 500 internal users at Siemens. And it's still a young product. And we are constantly learning from our user experiences to make it even better and more efficient. Therefore, I'm excited to announce today that we are already working on ALMA 2.0. The new version will already be launched in June this year. We have expanded ALMA with a variety of new features that users can look forward to. Also, it comes with new integrated commodities.
Sounds great. And we were also a little bit discussing in the preparation or during the preparation about RISI, the small little sister that's still growing. Maybe sooner or later we will also have a podcast on this. But now coming to my most favorite question, last but not least, who is Klaus?
Yeah, sure. I'm 35 years old and I live in Erlangen in Germany. My journey at Siemens started at the IFA in Amberg with manufacturing, an area that I'm still really passionate about today. And I also got the opportunity to work abroad and support the start of production phase of a brand new factory in China. After my return to Germany, I joined the quality department where I could gain my first experiences working with components and suppliers. I believe this period had a significant impact on me, particularly through my first encounter with a supply chain crisis. Currently, I work in corporate procurement as a corporate commodity engineer for passive components. I'm fortunate to have the support of my organization in supporting new ideas and providing the necessary backing to create projects like ALMA. For nearly 2 years, I have also been part of the Global Development Program at SCM, and I highly recommend this to everyone, whether as a program participant or through project collaboration. Thomas, maybe we could provide the link to the GDP homepage for those who are interested.
I think that's a good idea, and this will also fit into our series about the GDP, where Sina and myself are working on the next episode, this time coming from Japan. And you talked a lot about your business life. Do you have also some private life to share?
Oh, yes, I do. So in my free time, I love to play guitar and do singing. And whenever possible, I go to travel. And sometimes I also like to just stay at home and relax.
With the last topic, I think I have my doubts. Regarding singing, I'm always impressed. Because if I would start singing, the room would be empty in the lightning speed. So, thanks to you, Klaus. Thanks to all our listeners. I hope you enjoyed our episode of this DigiPodcast. If you have questions or if you want to find out more information about the DigiNetwork or about ALMA or about anything else, our internet page is waiting, siemens.com/DigiNetwork, or you can reach us via LinkedIn. I'm looking forward to having you as a listener at our next episode. Yours Thomas Holzner from the Siemens DigiNetwork. Servus und goodbye.
The DigiPodcast, Digital Trends in Supply Chain Management.